You take care of your cockatiel every day, offer fresh food, clean water, toys, talk to it whenever you pass by the cage. But even so, do you feel like there's still a distance between you two? Does it still flee from your hand, get startled when you approach, or simply watch everything from afar, as if it's still deciding whether it can trust you? Have you ever gone through this? If the answer is yes, stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to discover now might surprise you. Most cockatiel owners believe that earning the bird's trust is purely a matter of time, that you just need to wait, be patient, and one day, almost by chance, it will decide to like you. And yes, time matters, but the truth is much more interesting than that. There are specific behaviors studied within the science of animal behavior that completely speed up this process of getting closer. And at the same time, there are attitudes that most people commit without realizing it, which delay or even destroy the trust that a cockatiel could have in its owner. Think with me. The cockatiel is a flock bird, extremely sensitive to social signals. In nature, it needs to constantly interpret who is a friend and who is a threat. This means that for it, every gesture you make, every tone of voice, every abrupt or calm movement communicates a message. The problem is that most people communicate with the bird in a way that makes sense to a human, not in a way that makes sense to a cockatiel. That's exactly where the difference lies between a superficial bond and a true, deep connection of mutual trust. In this video, you'll discover 5 scientifically proven ways to make your cockatiel like you more. Let's understand together why these strategies really work, what goes on in the bird's mind in each of these situations, and how you can literally learn to think like your cockatiel thinks. This changes everything, because when you understand the logic behind its behavior, you stop acting on impulse and start acting with intention, and that's what creates real trust. What you're about to discover now might surprise even those who have had a cockatiel for years. We're going to talk about body language, about the right way to approach, about silent mistakes that many owners make without even realizing it, and about small routine adjustments that make a huge difference in how your bird sees you. And the 5th tip, that one, usually completely transforms the relationship between owner and cockatiel. Many people who apply just that technique already notice a change within a few days. If you want to stop being just the person who brings food and start being someone your cockatiel really trusts, someone it seeks out, someone it wants to be near, then this next information was made for you. Get ready, because the first tip already starts changing the way you see every interaction with your bird. Before moving on to the first tip, I need to stop for a second and talk to you owner to owner, because this is important. If you've made it this far in the video, it's because this subject makes sense to you. And if it makes sense, I want to know, have you ever gone through a situation where you felt your cockatiel was close but still distant? Leave a comment about what has resonated with you the most so far, what you've already tried to do, what worked, what didn't work. Seriously, I read every comment. And more than that, this kind of exchange is what turns this channel into a real community of people who love cockatiels and want to understand them in a deeper, more respectful, more real way. And look, I know sometimes it seems like just a small detail, but it isn't. Your participation here is what makes this channel grow and reach more people with this kind of content. Every comment, every like, sends a clear signal to the platform that this subject matters, that it's worth showing this video to more people who are also going through this. So if you haven't liked it yet, like it now. It's quick, and it really makes a difference in getting this content to whoever needs it most. And if you want to see this kind of video more often, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, because that way you won't miss any new content about cockatiels and about how to build this bond of trust that we're building together here. And since we're talking about connection and good energy, take the chance and click the hype button, because that also helps the channel a lot and shows that you're vibing along with this content. Now yes, let's go straight to the first tip, and it already starts by breaking down a mistake that almost every owner makes without realizing it. Before anything, how the cockatiel decides who to trust. Now pay attention to this, because this is where everything starts to make sense. In nature, the cockatiel is prey. This means its entire mindset revolves around safety. Before any affection, it evaluates the environment, your movements, your energy. It's always calculating, is this being a threat or not? That's why predictability is a hidden truth that few owners understand. Abrupt gestures, sudden mood changes, approaching too quickly, all of this generates anxiety and delays the journey of trust. Human body language communicates more than than any words, and here's the real impact of this discovery. Trust always comes before affection. There's no shortcut. Once it realizes you're safe, there's a behavior that greatly speeds up this connection, and almost no one does it the right way. Method 1. Use positive reinforcement. The Cockatiel's brain learns very fast. Now pay attention to this, because this is where everything really starts to make sense. There's a simple revelation that completely changes the mindset of those who raise cockatiels. Its brain learns by association. Every experience it lives by your side becomes a memory, and that memory decides whether you are synonymous with something good or something to avoid. This is where positive reinforcement comes in, a concept from the science of animal behavior that represents a true transformation in the relationship between owner and bird. It works like this. Whenever it makes a decision to get closer, even if it's just a small step, and that approach is followed by something pleasant, like a treat at the right moment, its brain creates a powerful emotional association between being near you and something good happens. There's just one behind-the-scenes detail that makes all the difference in impact. Never force the interaction. When you force it, the brain registers fear, not reward, and fear destroys any trust journey that was being built. The secret lies in rewarding its spontaneous decision, not your desire to interact. This is a hidden truth that few apply correctly, and it opens the way directly to the next step of this journey. Method 2. Respect your cockatiel's space. This increases trust. Now pay attention to this, because this part of the journey is where a lot of people go wrong without realizing it. The most common mistake among cockatiel owners is insisting, trying to grab the bird all the time, forcing a hand into the cage, forcibly taking it off its perch, thinking this is a display of affection. But in the cockatiel's mindset, this is exactly the opposite of safety. There's a hidden truth in bird psychology that completely changes this relationship. They need to feel that they control the approach. When you respect its body signals, like pulling its head back, taking a step back, ruffling its feathers, and you back off at the right moment, you're sending a clear message that it has a choice, and having a choice is what reduces stress and builds real trust. Here's the practical impact of this, and it's almost a revelation for anyone who's never heard of it. Many cockatiels start seeking out their owner exactly when the owner stops insisting. Autonomy becomes an invitation. When it understands that it can approach or move away without consequence, fear disappears, and in its place, curiosity is born. This change in behavior is the beginning of an even deeper transformation in the bond between you two. Method 3. Talk to it every day, even if it seems to ignore you. Now pay attention to this, because this is one of the most underestimated parts of this journey. Many people think that if the cockatiel doesn't respond, it's not paying attention. But this is a hidden truth that changes the mindset of those who live with birds. They recognize familiar voices and build a true auditory memory over time. For a cockatiel, your voice is also part of your identity as an owner. It's not just your hand, your smell, or your face that it memorizes. It's the tone, the rhythm, the frequency of your speech. That's why talking to it every day, even if it seems to be ignoring you, is a decisive step in this bond transformation. The impact lies in a calm and predictable tone. An agitated voice generates alertness, a soft and constant voice generates security, and security is the foundation of everything we've built so far. Talking during feeding, during cage cleaning, during the simple moments of the routine creates something powerful behind the scenes of its mind, the feeling of belonging to the group. In nature, the flock communicates all the time. When you talk to it frequently, you are literally becoming part of its flock, and this completely changes the decisions it makes regarding you. Methods 4 and 5. The routine and the body language that make your cockatiel choose you. Now pay attention to this, because here we arrive at two revelations that close out this journey with a lot of impact. Method 4 is creating a consistent routine. Predictable feeding, play, and rest times aren't just practical, they are a hidden truth in the cockatiel's mindset. Predictability lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases the feeling of security. When it knows what to expect from you, its brain stops spending energy on alertness and starts spending energy on trust. And this is where the final transformation comes in. Method 5. Learning to speak your cockatiel's body language. Slow movements, without abrupt gestures, bringing your hand closer the right way, blinking slowly at it. All of this is part of the behind-the-scenes communication between species. Observing the position of its crest, its body posture, and its vocalizations gives you direct access to the emotional decisions it's making every second. When you understand its language, something truly changes within this relationship. It feels that it has finally found someone who understands it. And it's exactly this understanding that transforms an owner into a flock. and a flock into true trust. The signs that your Cockatiel is starting to like you much more. Now pay attention to this, because this part is where the whole journey starts to reveal itself in practice. After applying everything we've seen so far, there are clear signs that a true transformation is happening in your Cockatiel's mindset. The first one is when it starts seeking your company spontaneously, with no stimulus at all, just because it wants to be near you. Another powerful sign is vocal contact when you enter the room, that little call that sounds almost like a greeting. It also starts to relax around you, its body loose, its feathers natural, without tension, and it starts accepting your hand calmly, without signs of alertness. There are even more subtle revelations behind the scenes of this bond, nuzzling its beak against you, seeking out your shoulder, making soft vocalizations while nearby, and perhaps the most beautiful of all, showing comfort during moments of silence. When it simply stays there, calm, without demanding anything, that is pure trust. These signs show the real impact of every decision you've made so far, and they're proof that this connection journey is truly working. If you've made it this far, this already shows how much you truly care about your Cockatiel, and that makes me very happy to share this content with you. Now, I want to know from you, which of these 5 ways do you already practice with your Cockatiel, and which one do you plan to start today? Tell me in the comments, because I love knowing your stories, and every account helps other owners who are going through exactly the same doubt you once had. If you haven't liked this video yet, do it now, if only because every like helps more people avoid silent mistakes and creates a real impact on the lives of Cockatiels who depend entirely on their owners. And if you want to keep discovering signs, behaviors, and messages that most people ignore every day, subscribe to the channel. That way you'll keep up closely with every new piece of content we bring here. There's a video right here next to this one that complements this subject very well. Click it and stay with me there.